Get in the car. Go. Okay, are you in? Alright, I'm flooring it. Hold tight. Brace yourself. And we're free. I'll have to thank Dr. Kofine the next time we see him. I don't think I'd have been able to get us out of there without his little distraction. I mean, setting the building on fire? Genius. We're lucky the doctor's on our side, that's all I'll say. It's a good thing there were only a few hunters trying to stop us. Even getting through the few we encountered was a struggle. There's a reason those people have lived so long, let me tell you. No, Kofine should be alright. I don't doubt the hunters will realize he was aiding in our escape, but they shouldn't be too harsh on him. He's one of them, after all. And the hunters' capabilities would drop drastically without him. But look at me going on about nothing. Are you okay? I know this has been very stressful for you. I mean, it's not even been 5 hours and you've already, woken up in a pit of bodies, learned that vampires are real, been knocked unconscious and experimented on, and now you're on the run with the same person that knocked you unconscious. It's a lot to go through, even for me. Are you feeling alright? Okay, if you say so. Now, I know you must have questions, especially since your little eavesdropping earlier means you know there's something different about you. But I'm telling you that that'll have to wait. There's too much going on right now, and I have to focus on getting us out of here in one piece. After all, we have some of the most dangerous men and women in the world after us right now. Any semblance of the life you knew is over. Sorry about that. But I suppose, in a way, it's your fault for trying to have a social life. How dare you? Apologies. A bit of levity tends to, slip out when things are looking grim. Won't happen again, hopefully. But now, we've got a bit of a ride ahead of us, and I've got some questions I'm gonna need to be... No, I'm not actually sure where we're headed, at least at the moment. Gonna need some time to get a plan together. But currently, I just want to put as much distance between us and those hunters as possible. Any direction will do, and don't worry, the sun shouldn't be too much of an issue. My car has tinted windows, so we should be alright. Though stopping in a toll booth might be a bit awkward. There's that levity again. Not quite sure what's happening there. For now, though, I need you to tell me a bit about yourself. A bit of your history. Yes, it is to do with that, what Dr. Kofine said. I have no doubt that what he said was correct. Your healing abilities prove that, after all, but there's still something I'm curious about. Namely, your parentage. You were an only child growing up, weren't you? Raised by a single parent? Don't ask how I know that, just answer. I thought so. Did this parent ever talk about their partner, fill you in on the details of their, evening together? No, I suppose that isn't necessarily something a parent discusses with their child. Give me a break, I haven't spoken to anyone as young as you in centuries, I'm a little out of the loop. Moving on from that, though, have you ever been sick in your life? Ever suffered a scratch or a broken bone, one that didn't immediately heal, I mean? If only we could all be so lucky. I myself was a terribly sick child, well into my teens. I suffered from a little bit of everything that modern medicine now cures so easily. Oh, you know, the flu, measles, polio. You have no idea how lucky you people are. Never take your modern world for granted, my friend. Now, of course, I don't get sick anymore, save for this terrible hunger, and Shit. Speaking of which, I've just realized I've left all of that synthetic blood back at the safe house. No, I don't know how to make it myself. That was Dr. Kofine's job, and I lack both the focus and education for their modern-day science. Though I'd give anything for that knowledge right about now. I think I still have a vial in the back of the car, maybe a couple. I was meant to restock it during our visit, but everything happened so quickly I kind of forgot. I guess that just means we'll have to figure something out quickly, doesn't it? Shit. Yes, it is a problem. Not the end of the world, but a little concerning. No, that's kind of you to offer, but even if you weren't what you are, I refuse to feed on human blood. That's something I can never do. Ever. To do so would be becoming what I fight. I know I'm a vampire, but I'm not like the ones that kidnapped you. I can never be like that. Were my fangs ever to sink into your neck, I would stake myself, or let myself burn up in the sun. I don't even care if it would send me to hell. It's what I would deserve, and it's what I would do. It would mean I failed in my duty, let my friends down, and more importantly, let myself down. So, thank you for the offer, but we'll have to find something else. Animal blood, perhaps, though, like I said, it's hardly nourishing. And speaking of nourishment, I can hear your stomach rumbling from here. Are you alright? Yes, I know, you've been trying to hide it, but I can hear your heartbeat, friend. And I can certainly hear when you're hungry. We'll stop and get something to eat shortly, once we've put a few more miles between us and our pursuers at least. For now, just sit back and let me drive. Maybe listen to something else on the radio. I need time to think our issues through, and I think our conversation is distracting me more than we intended. This looks like a good place. Little retail supermarket just on the borders of the city. Shouldn't be too bad. Should have what we need in and out, and you can eat in the car. Plus, it's the only place open this late in the evening. 24/7. I pity this place's employees. Come on, let's head in. Well, of course I'm coming with you. What if something should happen? You'd be defenseless without me, even with your powerful constitution. What a place. So much choice. No, I don't usually come to these places. I have no reason to. I don't need food. I have no home. The only thing I typically need are weapons, and the hunters provided me with those. The only thing I really own is the car we drove in, but not much else. I don't even own my body anymore, really, do I? The vampire that turned me laid claim on that. Sorry, didn't mean to get so morbid. Now, here we are, the food section. What do you want? So many options. Things have certainly changed since my day. So what are you buying? Tang fruits? Really? Well, to each their own, I suppose. They look nice. I don't really recall the types of foods I used to enjoy. It's been so long since I had a reason to think about them. I wouldn't even really say that I miss them. Just haven't thought about it. Ever since I turned, the only thing on my mind has been the mission. Every second devoted to either killing a vampire or finding one to kill. This is actually quite the change of pace. Vampires can eat normal food. The elder we fought certainly seemed to like having a banquet in front of them. But as far as I can tell, it's purely for show. Doesn't provide us with energy. Not like blood does. Sorry, first little stabs of hunger. I might get a drink once we get back to the car, just to top myself off. I need to be focused for a road. Huh? Yeah, I did promise I'd tell you the truth, didn't I? Can't this wait, or... No, you're right. Better to do this now. You've earned it. Alright, prepare yourself. This will come as a shock to you. It certainly did to me once I heard it. Are you ready? You are descended from Riach, the god of blood and vampires. They were the one that, well, made love to your parent. You are a demigod, with power indescribably flowing through your veins. Dr. Kofine was able to tell. The amount of energy filling your cells when we tested your blood, it was unlike anything we'd ever seen before. Even now I can sense it in you. The power. It's part of what makes you so attractive to me. Probably what attracted the vampires at the church to you. Yes, there was a reason they took you there. I did mention it was a vampire priest, didn't I? No doubt they were intent upon performing some sort of ritual on you, though the specifics of which I'm not quite sure about. No, I'm not surprised you've never heard of them. Most myths and legends of Riach tend to be either destroyed or kept very secret. I only knew about them through hearing from some of the spawn I've hunted, but even then I know very little. Dr. Kofine knew, but obviously they're not here, which means I think our next step should be to... Are you feeling alright, my friend? I know, this is a lot to process. I mean, godhood, it must be more than you can imagine. I completely understand. In a way, this is similar to what I went through when I first realized I'd become a vampire. So you have my sympathy. But at the same time, we need to move. You can process this in the car. We've been here for too long. Now, come with me. You can buy our goods, and you don't have any money. Well, I don't either. I've never needed it. I guess we're robbing the place, then. Come with me, we'll make a run for... Wait, do you see that person at the end of the aisle? They've just ducked behind it, trying to keep out of sight, but they're watching us. I know they are. I can hear their... Oh shit, get down. They just shot an arrow. Are you alright? Of course you are. They're trying to kill me, not you. No matter. They won't succeed. You get to the car. I'll hold them off and... Stop interrupting me. Stop trying to help. I know what I'm doing. You're just gonna get in the way. Now, listen to me. Run to the car. I'll only be a moment and then I'll join you. Understand? Alright. Now go. Go!